So yeah, when we first went on holiday,
Yeah.
it was like 900 quid. And that was just before the vid happened. And then then we had and we've had holidays basically every year since. We were lucky during vid they were still open. Believe it or not. Under certain rules like the pool and shit wasn't open and so on and so forth. But yeah, so the first year 900, then it was 1200, then 1500. This year it was 1600, and next year it is 1900 for the same accommodation.
I'll be having words me on, mate.
It's like doubled. I know gas and electric's got more expensive, but Jesus.
Yeah, fuck that. I hate that. They're just like, oh yeah, same holiday, but more the next year. How much more though? That's the thing. If it's like an extra 50 quid, it's not too bad. But
yeah, but they've done it for the last few years, like an extra 200, 100, 150 £150. So you
every year.
Every year.
Like the first time you came, it was like
£900. The first year it was 900. You remember because you booked the holiday with us.
How much is it now?
1900 for the exact same accommodation, the same place.
That's like £1,000.
Yeah, yeah, and they have. You're good at maths. They haven't they haven't like changed anything. It's the same. Like you don't get a blowjob just for like walking in.
That sucks. Is that like an extra 50 quid?
Yeah. I've also just while I'm pouring a drink and it's in my head, I have decided to go teetotal and stop drinking. But after I've annihilated every bottle I've got in the house, so otherwise it's just a waste of money. It's a waste of money.
How much money have you got? How much bottles have you got?
I've gone through 3 bottles of whiskey since becoming teetotal. I've gone through 3 bottles of whiskey this week, and I'm now on to the Tia Maria because it's all I've got left in the house, and I'm just trying to drink it as quickly as possible because I'm now teetotal.
Yeah, get rid of it, and then you can't. Yeah, I'm like that. I was like that when I stopped smoking. It was like I stopped smoking, and I was like, yeah.
How are you getting on with that?
Yeah, good. So far so good.
When was your last cigarette?
Boxing Day.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, and I know. But when I used to do it last year, tried to stop. I'd stop for like 2-3 days, and my missus has this weird thing of stealing. Like if I bought straights,
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
So rather than backing, you roll it.
Right. Okay.
Straight cigarettes is straight in there. Like you just fucking.
My hair's
the ones that you just.
Yeah, carry on.
Just light it straight away. It's just a term for just the fancy cigarettes, I suppose.
Just about me fucking drink all down.
She used to pinch a few out my pack.
She's not a smoker, is she?
No. She used to hide them around the house. So I didn't smoke them. So then, like the other day, like when I stopped smoking for 3 days, I was like, right, I'm not buying any more. I'll go in the shed, get the fucking mower out. Next minute, 8 fags fall on my face. I'm like, huh? And I pick them up and I'm like, oh well, back smoking again.
Why did she just bin them?
I know. That's why. Like,
silly bear.
She stole like 2 or 3 every time.
That video you posted the other day of her on the sofa on your, I don't know if that was your personal Instagram or your pricey one.
That's my price. Yeah, I've got a personal one, but that was because
I've got to put a hat on my hair. It's pissing me off.
So I got a pricey 23 one.
Yeah.
Which is now my personal / I'll put content on there as well. I did have a personal one when me and the missus split up because I just wanted to say I didn't want when I met a girl.
I was going to say it's in case any of the sluts have a look.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, this guy's a gamer, and I was just like I'm not like it might be like an off point or whatever.
Yeah, of course. Maybe. If you got a woman, or it looks like you got a woman. No other woman's going to talk to you.
Yeah, but, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Talking about you smoking, in the last podcast, I said to you that if you don't smoke, I'll give you 50 quid towards your ice bath. So that means I owe you 50 quid.
No, I haven't stopped properly yet. I've got till payday, isn't it? It's not even past the month.
I said the 1st of February. What is the date today?
29th.
Oh,
we got 3 more days.
Yeah, you're going to go there. If you've made it past 2 weeks, you're good.
Yeah, don't worry about 50 quid. I'll tell you what you can spend that 50 quid on. Wood to make yourself a better one.
I'm already on that. I'm already on that.
Use that 50 quid you was going to give me because you were so determined to give me. Put it on making a good one because I want to see you make a good one as well. Because then if you make a good one, you know who else is asking one.
Yeah, I know where this is going.
So yeah, put it on wood and supplies for that one. And then make, because I looked at how the bath.co company make theirs, and it looks pretty simple, you know.
The hardest bit about theirs is the blue tub.
Yeah, where do you get that from?
That's
try and look
fiberglass. I believe that's fiberglass. So what they'll do is they've gone to a molding company, and they've had 1,000 of them molded, and then the woodwork is actually fucking a piece of piss, and the plumbing work is a piece of piss. And then the other thing is they've got their chiller.
It's their own chiller, isn't it?
It is their own chiller, but you can buy a chiller the same or very, very similar for about 400 quid.
Oh, okay.
And
guess what?
My
brother works in a fiberglass shape and
no, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. He does car seats. Not car seats, bike seats.
Ah.
Yeah, so I can see if we can get a shape for him.
Ask him.
If we can do a shape.
Because the plumbing work is dead easy. You just drill a hole, put a pipe in. I mean, it's with a little bit of Loctite or sealant, same sort of thing. Anyway, dead simple sort of the plumbing work behind it. You put the chiller to it and also a pool filter. So I think their machine filters and chills at the same time. It's like all one. I think I don't actually know because they don't really show much about it. And I think the reason is so that people don't just copy it. But I think I can build one with the chiller, the pool filter, and all the wood for 600 quid. And when you consider theirs is about $3,000, I'll take that.
Yeah.
And the most expensive thing there is the chiller.
Not right how they make theirs.
Probably.
Because they got to make some sort of profit as well. But if you guys didn't know what we're on about, me and Spacko hadn't spoke for a while. We actually haven't done a podcast for a while because we just thought we'd do it every couple of weeks rather than every week. And obviously last week we were supposed to do one, but my dad fell ill and he's been in hospital since. But good news, he's out today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it actually set him free today. So he was actually in a week today, 7 days.
It doesn't take long to have a sex change these days, does it?
I have to now call him the mum. It's weird. I've got 2 mums now.
No, he's good. Well, I think we've mentioned this before. What was that? I'm now transparent. Who and where are my pronouns?
Yeah.
But no, that's good that he's on the mend. That's good that he's on the mend. Bless him.
Yeah, so he's on some new tablets now, and he's going to be on them for 3 weeks, and then he's going to have, hopefully by then, a shock therapy, which is when they zap your heart, like, you know, when they go, clap, like that, but awake. But he's going to be a lot, like, you know, not actually dead.
Yeah.
So then they kill him, and then they revive him.
Yeah, it's mental that they can do that.
Basically, like, your heart's like a computer, and what they're doing is a factory reset, basically.
Yeah, it's mad. It's scary, but
mad, isn't it?
They can do it. It's not a massive issue. It's not
quite a common treatment for heart failure. That's like the first thing they do. And
I've got heart failure.
I think it's like 80% they do it.
I've had it done.
Yeah, you've had yours done.
Yeah,
you had it done.
Yeah.
What was it like on the other side?
I don't actually remember because I was tiny when it all kicked off with me, and because they were talking about putting a pacemaker in me, and my mum was like, "You ain't putting a pacemaker in my son until you've gone through every avenue," and. They did that. It's a weird one. We'll talk. I'll tell you what we'll do is I'll get more information about it. But there was actually a documentary about me as a baby. TV documentary.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There was a TV documentary, and it was called
About you.
Yeah. So it was
about with you actually in the images and stuff.
Or... Yeah. So it was about me, and I think me and about 5 other babies. And it was called The Killer Doctor. Something along those lines. And like I said, the reason I can't remember the story perfectly, so I'll have to get all the information, and when I do, I'll tell you exactly what happened. But basically, long story short, parents were having their kids taken away from them at hospital, and for really random reasons. And my mum and my dad were in the hospital, and there was a woman there crying. And my mum was like, "What's wrong? You know, what's up?" Obviously, they're in a kids' hospital, so no one's happy. But my mum was like, "Are you all right?" And she was like, "They think I've been beating my baby, and I haven't, and they're going to take my kid away from me." So when they said, they started making suggestions that was the same sort of thing that was happening with me. And at that point, my mum was like, wait, hang on a minute. Something's not right here. And then they started saying, well, you need to give this baby a pacemaker. Now, back then, that was a big fucking procedure. Like, they were like, you ain't doing that to a fucking baby. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. And what it turned out was there was this rogue doctor that was basically lying, saying that he's finding abuse on these kids. And then the kids would get taken into care. And he would say, but I still need to fix the kid. The kid's injured. And he would do experiments that weren't okay. Essentially, that he was experimenting on kids and killing them because he was fucking things up. And that's how but because there was no parents involved at that point, because these kids were then in the care system, nothing ever came back to him. And there was a massive documentary on it and about how my parents basically saved my life. And this other mum said obviously her kid was fine in the end. We got the correct treatment from correct doctors. I ended up in the Royal Brompton in London as a kid. But yeah, it was a sketchy moment, and yeah, there's a documentary about it. I'll try and find the actual details if I can find a link to it, or actually find it, because it's one of those things that my mum's told me about.
You did he, the little cunt?
Yeah, it's one of those things that my mum's told me about.
Off, right?
But I haven't asked. Yeah, it's a baby.
You're like that crab off fucking Finding Nemo, and he goes,
yeah. But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. But yeah, if I get the details from my mum, then I'll try and I'll put a link up somewhere. If the documentary even is still somewhere on the internet, I'm sure it must be. That must
be like what, 1945, something like that. Documentary.
No, that's your weight, mate. In tons, you fat bastard.
Pounds.
Pounds. No, I was born in 87 actually, so the documentary will have been from the early 90s.
Ah, right. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah.
When I was born, 93.
Ooh.
Goddamn. You little mate, I still feel young as fuck though.
Mate, your brain never ages. I mean, I'm 36 now. My brain, I still feel like I'm 22.
How mad's that? Because I'm generally doing. I see my dad today. I mean, I see like the grandparents of other people's and dads of other, and they're really mature. But like with me, it was like today I was in the car with my son, and he kept going la 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 la. You know when kids just be annoying, making noise for no reason, right?
Yeah.
Like what you hate.
Yeah.
So I started joining in, and I started going la 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 la, and we did it for about, I swear down, 3 minutes straight.
I'd have killed you.
Yeah, I got to the point where I was going to like literally kill myself because I was annoying myself doing it. And he was still going. So I stopped and I went, okay, you win. And he was just like, I knew I would. On the way to swimming. Because he started going, la, la, and I was going, be quiet.
Bro, my kids, they'll say something like once or twice and I'll just go, Tom. And he knows immediately.
Yeah.
Like I am.
So this is Kaveh this morning taking him swimming because he gets excited, right? And he was going la 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 la, and I was going la 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 la, and then he goes, and then he's that on repeat, right? So I started going, be quiet, be quiet, be like that, and then he starts getting louder, and then I start getting louder, and then that was all the way to fucking swimming this morning, and then I just stopped, and then I just went, you win.
Swimming, I'd have fucking tied a brick to his ankle.
So funny you say that. He had a brick today. They threw a brick and he had to go retrieve it.
I thought you were going to throw a brick at him. Like, what the fuck? How annoying is he? Jesus.
Nah, he's funny, man.
We have to meet up soon, by the way, because I had Pads round here yesterday.
Yeah, I spoke to Pads today. Actually, you said that.
Did ya? He didn't get in the ice tub, the little bastard.
Yeah, I did call him a bit of a pussy for that.
Did he get in contact with you to tell you he's bought a new PC? Is that why you spoke to him today?
No, when I just spoke to him to catch up with him, and because you saw him.
Who contacted who? Did you contact him, or did he?
I contacted him.
Yeah, he's a lazy bastard.
Mainly because he's coming to the wedding, and I haven't spoke to him for a while. Make sure he's coming.
Is he coming?
But he says, but Gabby's not coming. I don't think he doesn't know if Gabby is. So I was like, oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't know if he will go. Yeah, well, the thing is, he says that, but I mean, he only got in contact with me because he needed something.
Well, yeah, no. Well,
I hadn't spoken to him in months, then suddenly his PC was broke.
I've travelled to his twice.
I've never travelled to his.
And he's never travelled to mine, so he owes me fucking one at least. And if it's for my wedding, that's the least he can do, couldn't it? But
your wedding's on a Monday.
Yeah, I know.
You realise what that means, don't you?
Long weekend for everyone.
It means we can't go.
school.
I got too many kids, mate. I can't. I can't.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Monday.
Kids in school and shit.
I'll still make
Are they
you.
in school? Wait, is it June? Isn't that start of summer holiday? Is it in the holidays or not?
You find out, because if it's a school day, I can't because I got too many kids. If it's not a school day, then we'll sort something out. But if it's a school day, like I would get in
it's all good, man.
a bit too much shit. I'm still gonna make your thing for you though, because that won't take me a day to do anyway.
Oh yeah, the DJ thing. I'll send you a picture of it if you can't make it. But I will come down to yours anyway to collect it, obviously.
Yeah, you're gonna need a van though. What I might do is I might make it in bits so that you can assemble it when you get there.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's what I'll do. And then what you could do is if the DJ likes it, you can just sell it to him.
Yeah. For the night, give me my money back, you can't. And an extra 200 quid.
Not bad. But yeah, we can get that done. I paid for 90 quid's worth of wood today because I'm building a cinema wall in our dining room.
Well, let me know how much the wood costs for that little deck, that little DJ booth, and then I'll give you the money for that.
All right, I will.
But yeah, apart from that, mate, I've been my operation on my ankle went smooth, and well, I went to the doctor last week or something like that, and he's given me off. I was supposed to be off 6 weeks for this ankle originally, but he's given me off till mid-March now.
I know, are you getting paid?
Yeah. I know.
Fuck.
That's I don't know how many weeks that is.
It's a lot.
16 weeks or something like that.
Jesus.
Like 3 months off. I know.
Mate, I'd be going back to that doctor all the time, going, yeah, nah, it's still fucked, mate.
To be fair, that's what I was going to do. I was going to go again after and fucking say to him, oh, yeah, really milking it. But I just said to him, yeah, it's working all right. But then he started doing this movement with my ankle, and he says, can you do that? And he could feel like the stiffness. He goes, I don't even have to do an x-ray here. I've had a feel. It's not healed properly yet. And he said, how's it feeling? Honestly, I go, it hurts. You know, obviously, if I walk further than 30, 40 meters, it starts screaming at me. It's like, stop! And then he goes, yeah, don't walk further than 10 meters. Like, rest. Your cartilage needs to grow back, mate. You got to understand that.
That's fair.
And he says cartilage can take up to 3 months, 6 months, or a year to grow back.
Jesus.
Depending on who it is. If it hasn't grown back in a year, I've got to go back for another operation. They've got to take bone and cartilage out my knee, put it in my ankle, which then I'll be out even longer because the cartilage has to grow back in my knee.
Can't cope with that sort of shit.
Obviously, it's growing. They're replacing it in my ankle, so my ankle will take like 7 weeks, but then my knee has to.
If they operate on your knee, I hope you die. Because then I won't have to listen to it after you going cartilage and metal rod.
Yeah.
I'll carry your coffin. I'd rather carry your coffin than listen to you.
So these next 2 years, I might even be working a year, but getting paid for it.
Love that. I'm gonna need you to drive to Oxford at some point, I reckon, for this fucking internet box.
I could drive now, but it fucking hurts.
I want you to bring your tools. It's not because I want to see you. It's because I need you. Like I was just saying about pads, he only contacts me when he wants something or needs something. I'm literally doing the same thing to you right now. I need that internet box moving at some point.
Okay. I'll get the stuff from my. I'll ask someone to drop some kit round. And then once I get that kit, 'cause I'm off till March.
You've seen it, haven't you? It's the little internet.
Yeah. Where do you want to move it to?
Well, the thing is, actually, I don't even know if I need it moving. I'm just scared to do it myself. You might just tell me I can do it. I just want to remove it from the wall, put plasterboard on the wall, and then put it back. But
is that it?
I'm just scared of the cables on the inside, like breaking them or. And do you remember I showed you I actually cut a little bit of it, so that cable probably should be replaced. If anything, I tell you what you could do is if I give you my address, which you should already have, you can send me a length of that cable, and then I will replace it, and that would make me.
What I'll do is I'll get my mate to. I'll send them a list of what I'll need. I'll just say I need to change my. I'll just say it's for me to do at my house, and he'll drop it around mine. And once I get it, I'll arrange a date and I'll drive down super early in the morning to get to you, and I'll jump in the pool.
Yes.
And then I'll have like I don't know. I'll leave here at like fucking 5 a.m. or something. Get to yours like 8, and then we'll have a day you're off, and then I'll leave at like fucking 2 or 3 to get home.
Because you're not working, so actually.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
I've had an idea. I've had an idea.
Don't say it because all your ideas are shit.
Give you £1 million, but okay, it's fine. I won't do that.
That's shit. Give me 2.
What I'll do, so this I'm not at work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because this is my long weekend. I get a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Next weekend is normal, Saturday, Sunday. But the weekend after that, I've got another long weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So in 2 weeks' time, I've got 4 days off. So what you could do, if you're free and available, you could come down on one of those days and we could get it done. And then I could video it and we could add it into and we could make a thing.
Yeah, all right. Sounds like fun.
I would say you could sleep over, but I ain't got enough beds unless you sleep with me, which is fine. I'll sleep with you.
I'll sleep with you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
You're wondering what that weird noise was, by the way, if you're watching the podcast. That weird noise from me opening something.
What was it? What was the other thing? Oh yeah, you had a bit of a stressful time recently.
With what? With
life.
With do you mean with my kid?
I don't know what went on. You said you.
Oh, did I not tell you anything? Right.
You had said all I saw because Spacco on his Instagram. I don't know if you want to put it up now. Your little Instagram. Posts himself in the icebox, in his own little icebox, and I'm going to do the same because we follow this guy called PT Lubbs.
We do follow PT Lubbs.
And so I bought a tripod and I'm ready to do my own little videos once it comes in. This one's it's called a Lumi Pod. The one I'm getting.
Oh, it's the same as mine. It's exactly the same. It's just a different company. Yeah, it's just a different company.
Looks kind of smart.
100%.
It comes with a lid, an outside lid. It comes with like a top cover. Yours?
Yeah. So mine's got a lid, but then that one's also got like an inflatable one on the inside, that goes there, which is kind of cool. So
it's got like a debris lid, and then it's got like a water lid, so everything can stay out.
Yeah.
That question. That thermometer, the little digital thermometer.
Did you look at it?
I bought one. It's weird. It's like this little square thing with like a little string and a metal sort of. That's how I'm going. Does that go in the water? The whole thing? Is it waterproof, or is it just a string that goes in?
Why do you think it would be on a long string? If you could put the device in water, why would it need the string with a metal bit on the end?
I don't know. I just thought, I don't know. Could be the way it is. Just the design.
No, the electronic part does not go in water. Just the metal cable bit.
Well, some of them are waterproof because I did see.
Right.
And you can put them in there. So how do you do it? Do you sellotape?
No, I just leave it over the side, and then I put the top of the pool cover over it, and because it's elasticated, the pool cover, it just holds it in place. And then when I get in the ice bath, I take it out and leave it on the bench next to the ice bath, get in it, and then when I get out, I put it all back together. And that way I know exactly what temperature it is every time I get in.
Yeah. On average, what's the temperature of the water?
Well, recently we've had the big freeze, haven't we? It's been very, 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 very cold. So it's been like 1 degree or zero.
Yeah.
I find 7 is too warm for me now. Like if it's if it's 7 degrees, it doesn't really do very much for me anymore. I sit in it and I can get in it like it's a bath. Like I just like, okay, cool, I'm sitting in it. The point where I'm uncomfortable, which is where you want it to be, is around 2 degrees. 2 to 3 degrees, I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 4 degrees, I can get in it and I'm like, and I can relax. And then once I've relaxed, I can sit in it for as long as I want. Like it's not causing me a problem at 4 degrees. But yeah, 2, 3 degrees, that's uncomfortable and I want to get out. And that's where you want it. You want it where you want to get out and your brain is telling you to get out and everything tells you to get out and you keep ignoring it and you keep ignoring it for like 3-4 minutes and then you get out. That's where you want it to be.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed when I go into the cold water, my hands are really bad.
Oh, you're going to struggle.
Like really, but like, whoa.
That's bad circulation. That's just bad circulation. That's what that is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so some of the things that they probably don't like. Again, I'll say it again. I'm not a professional. This is all just from my personal experiences so far. Yeah. So my hands and my feet hurt the most. Like they fucking kill. But then I've gotten over that. It still really hurts, but nowhere near as much. So my body's obviously changing. It's getting used to it. The things that have scared me while I was in the ice bath is I got cold shock one day where I couldn't warm up for about 4 or 5 hours. That was a bit worrying. And all you do then is you get into a warm shower and you just you wrap yourself up and you just try and get as warm as possible without being stupid, like standing on fire. But you are shivering and you can't get warm.
Standing on fire.
yeah, that's bad.
I know more of fire.
The other thing is down this side, so I don't know if my camera is inverted, but this is my left side. So down your left hand side of your neck is one of your main blood feed arteries to your brain and your head. And I didn't know that. It wasn't a knowledge of mine until after. And I found one day when I got in the ice bath and I was really pushing how cold it could be. I think at this point it was 4 degrees and that was pushing it for me. That really hurt. And I was just like, nah, just ignore it. Your body can do it. Your body can do it. And I was like, no, you know what? That's physical pain. Like that feels unhealthy. The amount of pain, because my neck was automatically like trying to do that, and I think it was trying to keep my neck warm. And I got out and then I googled, and then it was like that's like your main artery. So it was contracting and that was struggling. But now I've gotten used to it. That's not a problem. And then when it hit 0 degrees, where I was literally like the ice had formed on the top of it. It felt like someone was standing on my neck here as the water was on it. It genuinely felt like one of my toddlers was standing on my neck. And I was like, that does not feel nice and it doesn't feel right. But they're the only things and now that's not a problem. That's only ever happened once, and then my body's gotten used to it, and now it's not a problem. And now, after 2 months of ice bathing, almost every day, I think I've skipped 3 days in total just because of life. But in 2 months, I've been doing it consistently. And I can tell the difference massively. And now the cold isn't really a problem. I do feel the cold. Don't get like I put an Instagram out the other day going, "Oh, you don't feel that." I do feel the cold. I do feel the cold. What the difference is, I've learned to cope with it. I've learned to not shiver. My body has naturally learned that actually the cold's not that bad. And with any training in anything you do, paper airplane making, if you do it every day, you're going to become really good at it and more proficient. And it's the same with the ice bath.
How you been in regards to your moods?
Much better.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Did your missus notice anything?
Yeah. So I'm a bit of a moody bastard. I just am. The problem I have is I've got a lot on my plate. I've got a big family. And everything falls on me. And any one of the kids have got a problem, that's now my problem. My missus has got a problem, that's now my problem. My kids can't wire a plug, so if there's any DIY that needs doing, that's down on me. I'm emptying the bins. I'm the main bread. You know, I've got a lot of pressure on me, so I'm a moody bastard a lot of the time because things piss me off, like when the kids don't fucking take the bins out. So, however, since ice bathing and since my resting heart rate has gone down, my blood pressure has gone down, and my fat has changed. My fat levels, it's not. I haven't got so much white fat; it's brown fat. So I'm still fat, but it's the fat has changed. I'm a lot calmer.
What is that thing about white and brown fat?
White fat has got no thermal efficiency to it. So white fat is just fat. It's just unsightly. You know, where you get cellulite or the hanging belly or whatever. Yeah. And it's not a food source for your body. Your body doesn't burn it as energy. It's just shit basically that you need to get rid of. Brown fat is completely the opposite. So brown fat is extremely thermal efficient, which is why you tend to find you've got brown fat across your shoulders, across your spine, because it keeps your spinal column warm. And around your organs, you'll have a lot of brown fat. But then clinging to that like a disease is this white fat. And the more you subject yourself to the cold, the more brown fat you produce, because your body goes, oh, shit, this is fucking cold quite regularly. Like every day I'm getting really cold, so I need more brown fat. So the more brown fat you get, the less you feel the cold. The more brown fat you get, the better your... everything basically, everything's just better. You want as much brown fat as possible.
I got you.
So yeah, my mood has definitely changed, and I don't smoke. And I find now I'm at my worst mood when I've had a drink, which is why I want to quit the drinking. Because if I don't drink, I'm chilled all day. The second I pick up a drink and I've started it, because drink is a depressant, I immediately just feel shit. So I think through ice bathing, it started with ice bathing, but I'm now on this really weird journey of just being healthy and looking after myself. And it's all down to the ice bath. Because before I was like, no, I'm going to drink for the rest of my life. Like, it's not a problem for me. But now I've actually found genuine peace in chaos, which is sitting in the ice bath is chaotic. But I found peace in that, and it's made me relax. It now just makes me want to go, hang on a minute, alcohol's fucking shit for me. Domino's pizza is great at the time, but the next day I feel like shit. I've got no energy, and I'm on the toilet constantly. Well, just stop fucking eating it. Just eat better and look after yourself more and do more exercise. And I know people harp on about this all the time, and I'm not a health guru. I'm a big fat middle-aged fucker, and I've only just found this out now, which is really annoying. But the ice bath is what's done it. The ice bath has changed me physically, and it's changed me mentally more. I'm doing it I don't care what I look like. I'm not here to like be some bodybuilder. I started ice bathing for my mental health. But now my mental health is improving. It's made me realize how much I fucking abused my body. And now I want to look after my body.
Yeah.
It's like the clarity.
I think that's the main reason why I want to start it, is because the mental aspect of ice bathing. Because anxiety, PTSD, anxiety mainly really does creep on you like once in a while. Like I try and think in my head mentally, I don't believe in it. Try to do like sort of strong mindset of like, don't believe in it. It can't take over you. Sort of like an Andrew Tate sort of mindset, as he says on fucking ghosts and depression and all that shit. Seems to have worked to a certain extent, but it does creep up. And funny enough, and that's from the day after alcohol, mainly. Because alcohol the next day is horrendous.
Yeah.
But I don't drink a lot, So I kind of, when I do drink, that's when I drink. It's like, I don't have a few. Once I stopped smoking, I was drinking quite a bit the first few days or week, having beers.
Changing one vice for another.
Yeah. But now I've just stopped drinking completely. One, because I can't be asked to go to the shop and get it. And two, it's just like, well, what's the point?
Because I'm a bitch when it comes to spending money. I refuse to pour it down the sink. I've only got a quarter of this bottle left, and I'm determined to finish it. And then I won't be drinking after that.
Yeah. So, and it's funny, I haven't been taking ice baths, but I've been taking ice showers, and I've been in there for like at least 5-10 minutes every time, and I get out to the point where my chest start going all like red, where it's all like, it's like hard to touch, but my body's like got like I've just had like that sex rash.
I believe
when you're all flush. Like,
I believe that's your blood. I could be wrong, and if anyone knows, I think that's your blood like rushing around, like coming to the surface, coming to the skin.
Oh, really?
I think. I'm not sure. But when I get out of the ice bath, my whole body is glowing red. I tried to FaceTime you the other day.
Oh, did you?
Because I was just getting ready to get in the ice bath, so I FaceTimed you because I don't want to put my body on Instagram because I am a big fat oaf, but I couldn't care if you see my body. So I was just like, I'll FaceTime Pricey, tell you to be quiet because I need to be able to concentrate and breathe and think, but set the camera up so you can watch what I actually go through at the beginning. Because I've had so many comments on my Instagram. People love this ice bath shit more than any of my YouTube videos, more than any of my gaming, or me even trying to be big on Twitch. I've had more attention for the ice bathing than any of my gaming stuff.
I love watching your stories, mate. I genuinely look forward to seeing it every day. How mad's that? It's weird. I think it's the fact that you get into, it's like seeing people go through a mental bit of fucking strain, like someone that like it's kind of satisfying, like watching someone go through stuff that you wouldn't like to do, but you sat there enjoying it in a sense, which makes you kind of like, oh yeah, that's fucking.
I've had so many messages.
Kind of guilty pleasure.
I've had so many messages from people asking me about it, and I'm like, I keep saying to them,
a tripod.
I've got something similar. I'm just being lazy with it. I keep just saying you need to go and follow PT Lubbs if you want to follow my story, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just a fat middle-aged man, and the reason I say it like that is because there's a lot of fat middle-aged men that don't want to follow PT Lubbs. They don't want to follow a PT because they're already muscular and they look amazing, and they're like, oh, you're just another one of those geezers. PT Lubbs isn't, by the way. He's an absolute lad. I want to make that clear. Like, you should be following him. But if people connect more with me because I've got the same body type as them and I've got the same struggles, I've got my kids, I've got work and everything like that, then and you can connect to me, then keep watching me. But don't think that what I'm saying is true because I don't know it. I'm just reading it and regurgitating shit that I haven't studied myself. But yeah, I'm getting so many messages, like positive messages from people going, bro, you've inspired me to get my own ice bath. I'm watching you, and the fact that you're doing it is amazing. I should put up a video of me actually getting in it and showing the first couple of seconds, like the first 60 seconds, and what I actually go through, because it is pain. But when I get out, I am literally a lobster. Like,
and do you do it in regards like as soon as you wake up?
yes, yeah.
Like as soon as you wake up, you're like, you know, because I'm doing that at the moment. I get out of bed and I'm like, for fuck's sake, like instantly walk into and I'm just getting into a shower.
Yeah,
which I want to see what temperature the water of the shower is, but it is fucking cold.
It's now gotten to the point where I look forward to it though.
Yeah.
Now we've been so long. I actually now look forward to the me time. My me time always used to be just sitting in front of my PC, drinking a drink and eating some shit food. And looking back at it, what a stupid way to live your life. You're wasting time on a video game that isn't going to do anything for you. You're sitting in front of screens that's fucking up your eyes all night. You're drinking alcohol, which will give you a fatty liver and fuck your kidneys up. You're eating shit food while sitting down, not doing any exercise. You're just going to get fat and depressed and wonder why your life isn't changing. Well, now, for me, for fun, is sitting in a bath of ice. Like, I've now made that mental war, winning that war every single day and beating that voice in my head before most people have even bothered waking up. Yeah. Makes me feel amazing.
What time do you normally do?
4 o'clock in the morning.
Like...
Nice. Around 4.
Oh, yeah, because you're on nights and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, so it all depends on my shift. So what I've worked that works for me is doing it first thing in the morning, as soon as I wake up. If you do it at night, you really need to do some exercise after to warm your core up. So half an hour of like leg flutters and like push-ups or whatever you can do. You don't have to have weights or anything, but just half an hour of core exercises to warm you up. And when I was doing it at night, I was ice bathing and then getting into bed, and I was in bed like shivering, and it took me like 2 hours to get to sleep. So I've realized nighttime isn't for me. So what I do now is I wake up really early, get in the ice bath, and then I walk to work. So rather than take the car, I'm walking, and it's like a 45-minute walk, but that is my exercise. So and when I'm warm, the endorphin hits me like a fucking truck. Yeah. Suddenly, I am so happy, and I can't explain it. I'm just like, morning, 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 and everyone's
You're
like,
that annoying cunt.
I'm the annoying cunt at work, and everyone's like, why are you so awake, you bastard? I'm like, oh, because I've looked after myself today. I've already won a war. Now with you, with your military background, when you're training and you're on drill and you're doing whatever you have to do, you're telling me that after a week of just shit, you don't feel amazing afterwards. You don't think, you know what, I fucking smashed that. That was hard work. I went to war, not a literal war, but I mean in training. I went to war and I fucking beat that emotion. And I'm doing that to myself every morning. Not to the same scale, but winning those little goals, man, must make you feel amazing.
Yeah, it was a stage where, especially in Special Forces selection, where you doubt yourself every fucking day to the point where you see yourself, and they mental fuck you as well.
Yeah,
and that's the last thing you need, because you're in your own battle in your head, but it's every day. And I remember speaking to my missus every day saying, I failed today. It was every Thursday, and I was going, they're going to send me home today. Or every day, I'm going home today, they're going to send me home. But I just kept going. And it was mad. And then when they said, when you passed that phase, it was just like, oh my fucking God, I'm the boy. Like, my dick grew an extra inch.
100%. 100%.
Every phase that I went through, and once you pass, mate, it literally is one of the best self-achievements ever.
Obviously, it's not on the same scale, bro, as being in the army. But imagine passing that stage every morning before people wake up. Every morning you get given the green light. You fucking won today, bro. You should be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every day.
No, 100%. That's why I really want to get one. Like, the shower's good, but it's cold. I don't like getting in it, but it's annoying because I get cold and I get sort of adapted to the coldness on one side.
It's a new word I've learned. Pricey, it's a new word. Acclimated. It's a new word I've learned. You get acclimated.
I fucking knew you fucking looked that up before you said it.
I didn't
say that out loud.
No, I didn't look it up. It was on another YouTube. It was on another Instagram geezer, and he was talking about it, and he's like, I've acclimated to the water. I was like, ooh.
Acclimated.
Yeah. Anyway.
And I hate the fact that I've got the front, I'm freezing. My hands are going numb, or just from a shower. It's fucking annoying. It's like I'm gonna struggle with my hands. I think I'm gonna be in the tub like this.
No. But, what you need to do is that you need to keep backwards and forwards. And I only know that because PT Lubbs was in the ice tub with his wife, and he was telling her, look, just do that, just make sure. And every now and again, ask yourself a math question, just to make sure your brain's still with it, just every now and again.
Yeah, and there's a little thing in the Marines actually. I did the Marine endurance course where they call it the sheep step. It's where you go into the fucking like this freezing cold water. It's like a Smarty tube, and you go underneath this water, and you got all your kit on, and you go into this. It's like proper freezing cold water, and you got to rely on your mate to drag you through this tube. Otherwise,
you drown.
You're gonna drown. So like you go in, it's freezing cold. You got to take a deep breath. It shocks you straight away. And you're just waiting for your mucker to get you. You're like, fucking, come on.
Don't take pads with you then, because if you ain't getting anything out of it, he ain't pulling you out.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to getting it. I just want to get into an actual bath now and test myself, because these showers are good, but I know it's not the full meal deal. So
come round, man. You're welcome to come to mine any day. You know what it shouldn't be about this. It shouldn't be about trying to be better than anybody else. You're at war with yourself. All you're trying to do is beat yourself every day. I'm not trying to beat PT Lubbs. I'm not, because he gets in and it's like it's not a problem straight away. But I'm sure he's been doing it for a long time. And I'm not trying to beat anyone. But one geezer at work, he goes to me, you know what, I'm really jealous of you. So why? He goes, you've clearly got massive bollocks. He goes, the fact that you can get in there just makes you more of a man than me, because I just know I can't do it. And I was like, no, mate, you can. It's your mental that's telling you can't. Your body can. Just beat your fucking mental. And he was like, that's the point.
You really think I wake up in the morning wanting to go in there?
I do now. I didn't to start off with.
You say that, but in reality, if you could have a choice, like in your head, you still have that mental battle every day. No matter, as much as you're trying to say, but there'll be days where you think, I can't be fucked do this.
Shall I do an Instagram from the second I wake up tomorrow?
I think today, I think if you went in today, or these past couple of times you've been going in, you've been looking forward to it. But there'll be a day where you go, I'm not looking forward to it.
Maybe.
And that will be the day will determine your mental strength of going, I still got to do it.
But hearing him say you're clearly more of a man than me, you got bigger bollocks than me, I was just like, fuck yeah, I want to get back in it now. It shouldn't be about that, but it honestly, it gave me such a boost that day. I tell you what I'll do tomorrow. Shall I do an Instagram from the second I wake up? Like, as soon as I wake up, phone, face, hello, I've woken up, with the time next to it, and then me in the kitchen slapping the kettle on, and then me getting in the ice bath, and you'll see like the time scale.
Yeah.
I'm on the school run tomorrow, so it probably won't be until about 6, 7 o'clock. I'll get in it.
Yeah,
because I'm day off.
Yeah, fucking. I need to get one. Do you fill it up with water and then put ice in it after?
Yeah, so mine.
Few bags of ice.
So I've got an ice machine at home, which is really, really fortunate. But the I got one of those massive American style fridge freezers, and it just fucking kicks out ice constantly.
It keeps going as long as you top it with water. Or
no, it's plumbed in. That's the point. It's plumbed in, so the top half.
Like a fucking catering one.
Yeah, so the top half, I plumbed it in, obviously. The top half of the freezer is a massive ice machine. So I can get like, I think like 4, maybe 3 liters of just pure ice, and then give it 2 hours or 3 hours, and that's back full up again. So what I do is I fill it up with water just from the hose. I've got anyway, and then it also comes with like this bag that you put in the freezer. You fill it up with water, throw it in the freezer, like an ice. You know, if you're going on a picnic and you throw it in the picnic box, it comes in one of those. So I'll throw that in there, and then I'll get a few buckets of ice, as I think I've shown you on my Instagram before as well, and just throw that in there, and then I'll just jump in and acclimate.
Acclimate.
Yeah.
Acclimate, yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I was getting in it, and I was like, oh, this is not too bad, and then just getting out. And I watched a video of a guy going, you realise there's like 3 levels of it. You get in it, and it's hard, and then your body will have like a small layer of like warm water all the way around your body. And then if you start moving, you acclimate for a second time. And I'm telling you now, once you start moving in it, it's a fucking game changer. And then the third part is getting your whole head under, which I've done a few times, but I personally don't feel any benefit from getting my head put under. But I mean,
yeah, brain freeze, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I see people doing it all the time, but for me, putting my head under doesn't really make a difference to me. I don't see the problem. It's not hard to do, and yeah. But what I have started to do is drip dry. I'll stand in the garden and just dry off by moving about rather than toweling off, which is hard.
Really? Is that better?
It's harder. You get really cold. What are you searching up? I can see you're watching
I've got something fucking plopping up in my head. It's my downloads on Steam. I'm just trying to fucking delete it. But
good to know you're really into my conversation.
No. You know when you click an X and it's not clicking off, and you're like, "What is my PC froze or what?"
No, you're definitely still here.
Yeah, I've clicked close on my Steam about fucking 10 times. Then whilst you said that last bit, and I was like, close. But yeah, back on the issues that you had, like, I don't know anything about. And all that ice bath experience has sort of like changed your mindset on it. So what? You can share it if you don't want to. You can share it on stream or
this is the point.
It's up to you.
This is the point.
Do you want to share it or not? If you don't,
no, I do. I do. But legally, because there's a lot going on, because it's to do with the police, some things I can't talk about.
Oh, okay.
But I'll tell you off stream.
Okay.
Or off recording. But yeah, essentially, without going into details, one of the kids has got themselves involved with a crowd of people. This crowd of people have then gone and done something, and sadly, my kid was there as well. So my kid didn't actually do anything, and there's proof that they didn't, like CCTV. They've had their phone confiscated by the police, and they've gone through it all, and they can see that it's completely like they didn't know what was going to happen. They were just with this group of people that had organized to do something. So my child has been arrested on conspiracy of something. And I'll tell you what that is after. But being arrested for conspiracy of something is just as bad as doing it, because it's all organized crime at that point.
Yeah.
So the fact that they were even there is annoying. And I've said to this child, I won't mention even their sex, it will just be the child. I've mentioned to the child that I'm not disappointed or angry with them about what's happened. I'm disappointed that they allowed themselves to be with that group of people. Like that, they should have, in their head, they should have gone, these people don't really seem like they're on point, because they've only known them for like 2 weeks. Like you should have gone, these people seem a little bit weird, and they're sort of going about things a way that makes me feel uncomfortable. I tell you what, I'm going to dip, and I'm not going to be their friend. That's what should have happened. But what they were just like, it doesn't seem quite right what's about to happen, but let's just play it by ear. And now they found themselves in some serious shit. So yeah, I'll explain it a bit more after. And then maybe in a later episode when it's all cleared up, I can divulge to everybody else what's happened. But yeah, for now.
That's fine.
So that was stressful as fuck. Now, normally, what would have happened is the police would have turned up at my house with one of my kids or whatever, and I would have been like, for fuck's sake. And I'd have been really polite to the police, obviously, because police are friends. They're there to help everybody. But I would have been fuming with the child.
Fuck the police.
Well, that's your opinion, because you're a moron.
No, I'm joking.
But yeah, but because I've been ice bathing teaches you very, very quickly to learn to stay calm in stressful situations. Obviously, ice and water is cold and it's stressful being in it, and you learn to breathe through it, and you realise when you get out, actually, I survived that, and it wasn't too bad. So if you put that into modern day practices, the police turn up and they're banging on my door, and I'm like, let's go deal with it. And I was a lot calmer.
Oh, okay, that's good then. So you're noticing that sort of aspect. Do you notice as well, when you're at work, your performance at work improve?
Yeah.
But like you want to be there as well.
Well, I'm getting a promotion
not want to be there in the sense, as in regards to you're happy to be there and you're happy to be working. Yeah. Rather than being, I wish I was home and blah, 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 and having those thoughts. You've got a bit more of a positive work mindset.
So I still think, shit, I'd rather be at home, because I'd rather be at home. But it's made me work harder.
It makes once you're in there and you're in, you kind of like...
So I'm not allowed to talk about my work too much, because we work with a lot of like private shit. And they've got a very, very, very strict policy on it. But basically, I've definitely been working harder. And in the industry I work in, you can apply internally for different roles within the same business. And before I was like, yeah, I'll do it every now and again. Since ice bathing, I was like, no, I'm on it. So I've been applying for everything. And I've applied for a job that is way above my pay grade. Did you just fart?
No, I'm stretching my shoulders.
Normal.
No, carry on.
Way above my pay grade and way above what I should be doing. And I just went into it with a really positive attitude, and they want to speak to me on Wednesday about it, or Wednesday
Let's
coming.
fucking go.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have gone for it beforehand, but my confidence has gone up, and yeah.
And in bed as well.
How yeah. Because you make your testosterone levels go through the fucking roof.
I've noticed that too.
Yeah, what you're more
even with showers, like just like I know that's what I mean. I'm not getting the full benefits out of it yet. I'm probably getting like a quarter of what I'm actually getting, and I'm loving it.
Yeah. So when you see, I mean, if you came around to my house and you jumped in my ice bath like once, you'd be like, oh, that's pretty cool. But if you was to do it every day for a week, at the end of the week, it would be interesting to see the difference in you.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like I started off the first 3 days doing the ice showers. I was like, yeah, new and what. But now it's getting cold, so I'm in there for longer. So at first I only put freezing cold. For some reason my shower does go fucking cold, mate. It's like it goes fucking freezing, like to the point where I honestly believe it's probably like 1 degree.
Yeah,
but that's
probably.
What I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn it on and then get my fill it up with like a cup of what the cold water is.
Go do it now.
To see what temperature it is. Yeah, I might do.
Go on.
I'll do it after this.
No, do it now. I'm waiting.
I'll do it. What, and see how cold it is?
Yes, I want to know how cold you're. Leave it running, because I can edit you out going to do it. Go right now.
Is your shower cold as well?
Yes, it is.
Right, let's see who's colder.
All right.
This would be a perfect time where you edit it and it goes.
Right, I've taken a picture at the time, so I know when to edit it. I'll be right back.
Yeah, okay.
So, before he gets back, I was tempted to put ice cubes in it, or use the water from my fridge, because I've got a cold water dispenser from my fridge, to cheat. But then I thought, nah, fuck it, we'll do it fair. I won't cheat. I bet you he cheats. It's going to be warming up while we're waiting for him. This is the device, though. I'll just show you. So, just a little digital device. He's not back yet. What does it read? Or shall I wait until he gets here, and then when he gets here, we'll see how cold it is. Just naturally. 9.8. So at the minute it says 9.8. Right. So I'm just wondering if that might get warmer by the time he gets here, which is why I've done it now.
Greetings.
Hello, mate.
I'm a bit longer because I've got a hop along leg, and I.
Oh shit! Yeah, of course.
Right. I was actually surprised. I thought it'd be colder, but it feels fucking colder. You kind of think when it's that cold, you kind of think, yeah, it's definitely like 1 degree that. But
how cold is it?
It's 6.3.
Why you show me your phone?
Because I just took a picture of it.
Oh, you didn't bring it in here then? I brought it.
6.3. No, because it started off. I brought it from downstairs, and then as I was going downstairs, I was looking at it. It went down to like 6.5, and as I walked down the stairs in a little bowl, it started warming up in my hands because my hands were slowly, and it starts warming up, doesn't it? So like if I brought it in now, it'd probably be like 9 degrees, I reckon, because it was literally by the time I got to the door, it was like 8, and I was like, well, that's not right.
That's the thing.
So what I did is I kept the shower running, let the shower head run into it, and just kept it on there and just got a read in, and when it stops at 6.3, that's the actual genuine temperature, because that's how a shower works, isn't it?
Yeah. So I pulled my thing out of the ice bath that I've got out in the garden. It's 3 in the ice bath right now.
Oh really?
Yeah. And then obviously we wanted to know the temperature of my tap, so I got
3 degrees.
I got that, but that's because it's outside. So coming out my tap, it's like 9.8. I measured it at.
Ah. So that's coming out. So mine coming out the shower, 6.3 degrees.
Pretty good going, bro.
That's cold.
Yeah, that is. Congratulations. Yeah, it is cold.
But when you say 6.3 degrees, and it's But then you go, oh yeah, what's the weather today? 4 degrees, and you're like, well, it's not that cold. You know what I mean? But then I don't know, it's a different type of temperature, isn't it? When you say water temperature.
It's weird though, because you'll see this when you get your ice bath. When you pull the thermometer out of the ice bath and you see the screen getting warmer, you're like,
yeah, okay.
Like, fuck me.
Hang on a minute.
And you're out there and you're like, it's fucking freezing out here. And then you're like, well, I'm getting in that. And you pull the ice bath out and you're like, oh, it's warmer now. Oh, fuck.
My older sister does that. I don't even know what the word is. It's where they go into this big freezer for like a few minutes and it goes down to like a minus 123 degrees or something like that. I don't know what it's called. Is it chiroprac? Is it chiroprac?
Oh,
where your body just freeze. It zaps you. It goes and you're just instantly frozen.
I know what it is. Joe Rogan does it. A cryo chamber or something.
That's it. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I don't know if it freezes you because that would kill you. 120.
Literally, no, it's like 120. Yeah, it's 100 minus 120.
I've got to Google.
Yeah, that's what she said today.
Here we go.
She was saying it burns 800 calories in 3 minutes. Your body burns 800 calories. How mad's that?
Shit. Usually, patients must stay in the chamber no longer than 4 minutes at a temperature from minus 85 to minus 140 degrees Celsius. In the whole body cryo chamber, there is no exposure to liquid nitrogen. Instead, the chamber is cooled either through electricity or liquid nitrogen. That's fucking mental.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
Fair play to her.
She does that once in a while, though. She doesn't do that every day.
Smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed every day. I can imagine doing that every day.
Can I bring up a TikTok that I find really funny?
Yeah, go on.
The Marines did not beat me up. They're not in this room intimidating me to say something else. Why do you always have to come up with this attitude?
What did you tell them?
They did.
Stairs.
Stairs. I fell down the stairs.
Tell them it was an accident.
Accident. It was an accident.
Tell them you ran into a wall.
I ran to walls. I ran into walls and the wall is America. I ran into the wall that Trump built. And it hit me in the face like proof. Fell down very,
I don't know
very
why
hard.
that one makes me laugh so much.
Mate, I haven't been on TikTok in ages.
Have you not?
It's my last post, really. I just posted it and I just didn't even, and I hadn't even looked if it even loaded on there.
Hang on.
I love that guy. Because that's literally, when I'm watching shit like that, my face is literally like
Yeah,
literally like it is.
the whole time.
And then when his face pops up, it's like, oh, what, mate?
Fucking mental, isn't it? Do you ever eat at McDonald's?
I live opposite one.
You're back for another hack. 3 chicken selects are £4.29.
£4.29 for 3 bits
Then
of chicken.
head over to the wraps. Choose wrap of the day at
$1.99
each.
There's normally 2 pieces
Click
of chicken in each
item
of them.
only. Customize the wrap, and then proceed to remove all the ingredients for the chicken selects.
Everything. The
Then
bread.
hit Save
even the
changes. Quantity 2. Add to order. £3.98. And there we go. 4 chicken selects cheaper on the price of 3.
Amazing. I've sent all these to you, but you haven't been watching them, obviously.
No.
We're talking about getting cold, yeah?
Yeah.
I've always liked to play with fire.
Yeah. Good tune.
Oh, yeah, true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
DMCA. I don't want to get in trouble with that.
Play with fire.
Yeah, you can sing it. That's fine. So they put loads of water in this thing, being hung by a JCB. Let's hope there's not a hydraulic leak in that thing, because you know that would be bad. Because they've now got, yeah, that wouldn't be great. And then they get in it. So they're cooking themselves, basically, and then your chef is in the middle with another fire cooking them food.
That's pretty lit.
That's fucking cool,
Actually,
man.
That's pretty cool.
It's so cool. Do you see Conor McGregor got knocked off his push bike the other day?
Yeah, I've seen this one. I've seen that one, yeah.
Got hit by a car while on his bike.
He kept his cool, though. He didn't get
I'm not even
angry,
joking. Check out this clip.
Yeah.
which I found
think he's
really
just-
interesting.
I think he just appreciated that he's still alive.
Yeah.
I see it a different way.
Jesus Christ.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I don't give a bollocks, mate. It's all good.
God bless, brother, yeah.
And he's trying to send the guy away. He's like, yeah, it's all good. Do you know what this proves to me?
Do you know what? Yeah.
Go on.
Into this. I'm gonna actually need a lift home, mate.
He's not on steroids. People are saying that he's juicing because he's so fucking big.
Yeah.
He just got hit by a car at 50 mile an hour, and he's calm as you like. Calm as you like. If he was rattling when he walked on roids, he would have ripped that guy's head off, because they got anger issues. It's known. You take roids, your testosterone goes through the roof, and he's tells me that straight away. And also, it's nice to see that he's changed, because he punched an old guy in a pub because the guy said he didn't like his whiskey. So not only is he matured, but it shows you what alcohol can fucking do to you. If he's drinking whiskey in a pub and some bloke says he just doesn't like the taste of his drink and he punches him in the head for it, an old man, and then a few years later he's cycling and gets hit by a car at 50, probably a good reason to be pissed off, and he's calm as you like. So he's definitely not on roids, and he was matured. Now this one, we'll end with this one, because this one will blow your fucking noodle. Now this is information I already kind of... I knew that an octopus could do this, but when you hear them talk about this, listen, it's mad.
They change their coloration. It's just so weird how they can instantaneously change their coloration and their texture, and then perfectly blend in with coral.
Right.
Like when you see them like stop on a coral reef and just become the reef, you're like, what
Instantly,
are you?
too. It's like, zoop, and it's gone.
Look at the colors in this thing.
Mad.
As the octopus is asleep and dreaming, it's changing the outside color and texture of its skin in relation to whatever the fuck is going on in its head.
Right. Right.
That's so wild, man.
Isn't that nuts?
There's biologists that believe that they came in asteroids and eggs.
It's a possibility, and then I can also see why people think that, seeing them.
Look at what the octopus eggs look like.
Whoa!
And so they're developing those intelligent chromatophores, that thing that basically the skin picks up the color and changes to match, right there in the embryo.
God. It's just so weird.
So they're saying that they're aliens, basically. They came in off an asteroid, and they share the same DNA as, like how mad is that?
Yeah. Maybe it was just like an asteroid from a similar planet, like Earth. Maybe I don't know.
Something with water on it would have to have been. Mad. Absolutely blew my mind. That did, seeing that. Anyway, we're over the hour. So we have to... Well, actually, I have to cut out a few minutes because we went to go and get water. Because we were weird.
Been a pleasure, me old mate.
It has been a pleasure.
Nice to have a bit of a chat. I've actually been missing it, to be fair.
Same. It's good to...
Like, just to let go of shit, you know?
Yeah.
To actually have a chat with someone. Because I don't actually have real friends.
I know, right? I have friends like Pads who comes around when he needs something. I've had a text message from another mate asking me for money. I've had that twice this week. Two friends have texted me asking me for money.
I'll never have a friend ask me for money.
Wait,
people genuinely would lose.
The first one I haven't spoken to in about 7 years.
Oh, really?
The second one I haven't spoken to in about 5 years, and they both randomly messaged me asking me for money. I've had another mate ask me if I would do some DIY for them, like building something out of wood for them, but when I told them how much it would cost in materials, they were like, nah. Okay, cool. So you thought I was going to do it for free then? I've had... What else did I have? Oh, I've had another mate ask me for help with his PC. Another mate asked me for something else.
The one with the PC, I've heard he's a bit of a fucking knob anyway. So.
Bit of a knob. Yeah, bit of a knob. I love you really, Pads. I'm only messing. But it is funny how I haven't heard from you in months, and then suddenly Suddenly you need me. And he didn't even get in the ice bath, the little bastard. But yeah, it is nice. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do.
Nice to be needed, Spacko.
Oh, mate, it's mad. My kids need me. My friends need me when they need something. And I think to myself, who do I turn to? Because I actually don't have anyone to turn to.
You can turn to me because I don't have anyone. I have people to turn to. I suppose my dad and stuff like that. But
that's it. I don't have my dad anymore. My dad was.
I don't really turn to anyone.
No, neither do I. And you you look at the young men. You look at the young men of today, and they turn to people all the time because they can't do anything for themselves. Like, they literally can't do anything. And it scares me because you think, well, these are going to be the men of the future, and they can't do anything. Like they literally like get their family to do everything for them. Like I'm so busy because of things that people can't do, and I'm just like, fuck. And I've got I think 2, maybe 3 friends that are bad motherfuckers that would do anything for me. But other than that, like, yeah, don't have anyone. Mad. It's a mad world we live in. Very selfish world, full of lazy, shitty little assholes that don't want to do anything. Anyway.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, so we'll do another one when we can because it's all pending on. So we won't say we'll do another one next week because then it will give me 2 weeks to edit. But it's all pending on timing for us to your dad. And just life in general at the moment.
Life in general, yeah. And make sure you're following our Instagrams because we're going to be posting this ice bath malarkey. And when I get mine, I'll be posting mine. And we're going to be tagging each other in there. And if you guys have got an ice bath, feel free to tag us.
100%.
And also PT Lubbs.
And tell us what we're doing wrong. He has. He really has.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'll put all the links to all that down below. Have you seen his gas mask thing he does? Have you seen he does that?
No.
In a lot of his things, he'll start it off with the gas mask, and that's him taking the life support off, and that's him basically like he's breathing on his own. He doesn't need the system. He works for himself. He does everything for himself. He doesn't rely on getting a 9-to-5 wage. He doesn't rely on anything. He's done it all himself, and that's what that is. He's taken the mask off. I love it. I love everything about PT Lubbs,
cool.
Or at least that's what I've read into it. I want to bum him. Right. I'll edit this and we'll put it up as soon as we can.
Roger,
I love you. Don't hang up on me this time. Last time you hung up on me when I said we were going to end and then phoned me back. Don't hang up. We'll continue to talk. I'll just stop recording. Peace out, you motherfuckers. I'll see you later.
Peace out. Look after each other. Look after yourselves. Motherfuckers.